Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Faroe Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on another SEC rival, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Ready to kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense will get the first crack at it here. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Looking downfield at screen. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Arkansas! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Missouri Tigers offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you this is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cooper. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
To the air. It's Cook. It's complete on the right side. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between your QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the outroute. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Coming out with it, it's Anthony. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for Anthony.
He's going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. Scanning the field, it's Green. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Moving away from pressure. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the
deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So Missouri will have to punt it away.
Number 93 on to take it away.
Gets his 1st one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He'll take the deep shot. Hauls it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself. Do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Open runway ahead. Bringing the heat. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back has it. Fights off the defender. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they did.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Missouri wants to go fast. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the air, it's Cook. Makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll try the left side. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return, it's Burton. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
With the catch, it's Cooper. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working.
He's going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Arkansas 28, Missouri 10.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Connection to the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
He's right on target. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Cook. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Working the middle, it's complete. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Burden. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Going for 6. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the returner is stopped. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Little touch pass to the receiver. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
On the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's got it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. They try to pop a run on the draw. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Sometimes you wonder if rivals really don't like each other. He'll off one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Tigers! And the comeback is on.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it.
28, Missouri, 25.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. To throw, it's Green. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They're trying to seal the edge off right tackle. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's got 50 yards rushing for them so far as he closes in on that 1,400-yard mark. The Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group game if I were allowed to really have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. Tackle is made after the 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Finds the tight end. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. Feeling some... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
The give out of the gun. Turns it on at midfield. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, run.
He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Missouri! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding a guy.
They'll run it to the right. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Complete to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Toss to the outside. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the red zone, it's Jackson. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, it's Jackson. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. Touchdown, Arkansas! They've got the lead here in the 4th. This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Missouri, 32.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
From the gun, the ground game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
It's a draw. Still on his feet at the 45. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw, it's Green. Finds a tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
He now has 106 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Jackson. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Dropping back, it's Green. Throws toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Number 7.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
and take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Looking to pass. It's Cook. Good timing on the quick out. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. The final grains of sand were about to disappear from the hourglass, and just in the nick of time, they tie it up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. And finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds us back in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Going for it all. If he houses this, it's ball game. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
That's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. You're obviously down here in the red zone. It's overtime. The windows are going to be small. He just got a bit too aggressive with his decision-making. The defense makes him pay, and now they're giving it back to their offense with a chance to kick a field goal here and win.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Try to get it to the edge. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Offense getting set for first down. They'll leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. They're already in position for a potential game-winning field goal here on 1st and goal in overtime. Touch pass on the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And he'll be smacked to the ground. Here comes the field goal unit, and they can win it with a chip shot. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. And he missed it. No good. Field goal attempt is no good. It is a devastating blow to not come away with points here in overtime.
And that's just what you couldn't have happen. You can't come away with no points on your first possession. It puts all the pressure, David, on your defense. Now, they've got to pitch a shutout here on their opponent's opening possession of OT, or this game is over.
And, man, does it change the complexion now for defense? Because now you got to be aggressive. Because all they need is a field goal to win. They don't have to be aggressive offensively. They can run the football. This defense is going to have to be great and force the kicker into a tough spot.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to the ground game on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Arkansas 49, Missouri 42.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Going up top on first down. Snagged on the outside, it's Cooper. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, the inside give. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Touchdown, Tigers! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it for you.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for two.
That's it! He got home, brought him down for the sack to stop the final 2-point try. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all...